Hello. Right, I'm just going to adjust the mic because I'm not going to stand like this. Or I'm not going to adjust the mic. I'm not going to adjust the mic, okay. Oh, thank you for that introduction, Tommy. It was so nice. Yeah, can you hear me okay? Yeah. Alright, cool. So I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to be reading off paper today as well because you don't actually need to memorise them. I don't know where people got that idea from. You just need to write them. Okay, this poem's called Reckless. Godlike, a sense of omnipotence at 18 confirms full knowledge of childhood, not adulthood. The grave is known before that, and before that you wonder, irrelevant as a ghost, undoing assertions and morals, crafting little traps like souvenirs you have to sell to eat. Mister, I've been weaving all day, my hands are cramped up like claws, and these fawns, they prance by, giggling, geniuses for now. What do I have but decay? Reckless, arise and treat me. So this is what it is to receive my old, sickly sweet sentiment, as if through a delayed, poetic mirror. They smoulder yet don't know what it is to burn. Red pulses over their surface in veins, as if some impulse wished dominance, uncertain, Satan-like. How beautiful she is, oh God, I can't get a handle on it. Can't say her lips this, over her limbs that. All her features are a nymph-like smudge. You wouldn't notice her in a crowd that makes us a number to be trifled with. If you did, you'd see her clean, dark honey hair, fanning out by the individual strands, each a different composition, her mild brow, her considering mouth. Oh, she says, sighs. Imperceptible grace in the slightest shake of her face. My untouched lover is paper. Descriptions concern themselves. She's dancing outside. I can't pin her down like a specimen, or close the pickle jar over her head. She won't find her bed in formaldehyde. If I could save just one beautiful thing in this world, nothing so ambitious as a bold girl, just a single petal, even a leaf, I would die with relief. She taunts me in her happy grief, calls me weak, doesn't know what it is to live on as ash. When I was a bud, I fell in love with a tall boy ahead by years who had gold just for hair. Bolstered by emptiness, assured for having nothing to show. What did I know what happened to a girl, clean for being empty? What did I know what people did in private, at night, in the dark? Thank you. Yeah, if you could bring it down. All right, cheers, thank you. I did go to a class on how to adjust mic stands. Obviously, I didn't study hard enough. Okay, I'm going to read this poem here. This one's about my little baby who doesn't move at all except for like at 1 or 2 a.m. and then it's like, hi. It's in my tummy, by the way, in case you're just wondering where it is. I have neglected it. Okay, this is called Galloping Horses. We caught a moment of your underwater world. Galloping horses, the midwife said. In there's weird fishes and a submarine with a rotating light, looking for life, steadily. Beep, beep, beep. You like to hide. At first on screen it was like looking at you from above in a bathtub. Then you simply slept on your face like your father, refusing to move, despite star jumps. As they pushed into me, you materialized in and out of existence. Arms, no arms. Legs, no legs. I was hoping to see a member or the absence of one, to gauge your secrets and gain an even field. You're still liminal, a sprite, a god. I'd like to think that's what you'll always be to me, but I must warn you, people here are static and tired and almost always not magical. I'd like to call you by your name. They might as well show me my brain with all its drunken hopes, or my heart, where you also live. As I lie in pain, give up on sleep, get up and write this. With what's left of my boldness, I think I would do this 1,000 times again. This may be a really weird thing to bring up, but I don't know if you've seen that episode of Rick and Morty where the heads invade Earth. and they're like, show me what you've got. That's going to be me at the gender reveal scan. Oh dear, embarrassing. Okay, this poem's called Frozen Youth. I wrote this a long time ago now. I can barely relate to any of these poems. Right. The worst thing now, well, not the worst thing. They're all worse things. A bad thing. Another bad thing is that I have no photographs. Of you, that is. Maybe that's a good thing. I have photographs of you, but not of you as you are now. What I have are shadows, shells and shed skin. What was exciting mocks me with its over-familiarity and limitations. What strikes me more than anything now is how young you are. My God, how young. How horrifyingly young. All I have is your frozen youth, with you growing further from it, and I its frozen counterpart behind the lens. I want some photographs of you now that aren't sick to laugh, not so goddamn thin, your face slightly changed as mine has, or for you to pass me in the street, not knowing me, of course, but not just a figment of the mind, not just my ghost. Maybe what I truly hope for, maybe what I truly want I have no hope for. What I hope for, I don't know. Thank you. I'm just going to do a few more. I won't do this whole chunk. I just brought everything with me just to see what I felt like. Yeah, I'll do this one. So I wrote this one about that metal spider sculpture that Louise Bourgeois did outside the Tate, I think it was. This one's called Mama. 8-legged, she rests on the ceiling, creaking with formidable weight. Her metal skin of many razor tiles shudders off the dew, casts a great shadow. In moments rain isn't mercilessly trying to flail us, a brief reprieve of sun is allowed, like a needle stabbing through clouds. Light catches the corner of her trembling, iridescent egg sac. From there I came, a natural, perhaps unknown secretion, like the shedding of seasonal hairs, or the trail of a snail, a path revealed by the moon existing only as evidence of its source. The sea is calm now. We wave to each other and I see her as I always have, like a distant ship, almost smoke on the horizon. To rectify this, she scrabbles like a severed hand on nails, tapping and scratching. She taught me to call and make words. She changed the dimensions of life. I go underground, sleep vertically, exist upside down. My life hangs by a string. I am the bulbous knot and loop at the end of a noose. Here she is, on display, slick stinger protruding and retracting like contented breathing. I let go of the wall and let them all go to hell. Thanks. Alright, this next poem is called The White Wedge. Hellfire is mercy by comparison. Burn in the cold, turn black with frostbite. I will be the freezing wind you cannot grasp to punish. Sit alone in an igloo, eat icicles for every meal. All day the rod bobs in the deep, but never tugs with life. You wish an animal, even monster howled outside. Bully and beat yourself, have every point lead back to you. Try to thaw it out with the lake's frozen reflection over grand schematics scratched in the ice. I am generous. Take all the space in the physical world for your prison. I will be the intangible landlord you are dying to meet, whispering around every corner. Even dispersion is a skill. Anything perfected is an art. For questions there are words without answer. For pain there is custom without tears. For affinity there are smiles without eyes. People threaten death or pain, loss of money or beauty, all mental and material faculties. But I would say this, enjoy the silence, go deaf from its screams. This next poem is called Meet the Mothers. I wrote this after I was like, why are these mums look at me so badly after I get with their sons? So I just wrote this poem. Oh, that's gonna be me. Maybe. Meet the Mothers. They are kind as you are sexless when they meet you as a soft, bounding blur. Like angels, they temporarily shade with wing and overflow. When you meet mothers and they know, eyes zeroing in a crowd, instigating immediate, unspoken understanding. Her pupil linked to mine, as if a metal line ran through both. When you meet mothers unaware, leaving you with debauchery, like a missed fire-swallowing trick. When you meet mothers saving their boys, when you meet mothers ruining them, when you meet mothers doing one via the other. When you are conscious confidence united against the enemy, resuscitating the land, poised to break apart and build barricades. Sons grown detached culture against community. When you become a mother, you with joy, holding a toy to be broken, or a man, a boy. Thank you. I think we'll call this the last one. Yeah, so thank you for listening to me tonight. It's been great. Right, this is the last one. It's called Miss Nurse. For the right price, you can dress like me in the comfort of your bedroom. Starch, Red Cross, tan tights with a ladder like the lie. Don't worry or cry. It'll be all right. I am the nurse. Working long hours helps me sleep. All day I see my reflection in the irises of lunatics. So close, shared breath. My domain is the factory of body, refuge of life. Like the heart, what the stomach doesn't want is what it can't handle. Blood is one of the prettiest things. So close to madness, one knows all beauty. I sneak them puddings as I do for myself, scoff, scoff. And if I shout or mock, I do so for love. We act our imitation of life, like children playing with dolls. The families hate us in jealousy we feel towards patients because of what ignorance supposedly is. Grapple with the restraints of meaning, the strobe, the brain mash, life in a kidney dish. A girl stands dwarfed before a model fetus. Thank you for listening to me.